Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Tellis back with a Monday motivational episode of Straight Talk Uncut as I sit here in my basement trying to bring some new life to this old laptop. I was thinking about something. I have a laptop that the LCD went out on it, so I just got another monitor from one of the many ones we have upstairs and plugged it in. I'm going to use this in the basement as a backup in the recording booth. I normally don't talk about anything that's political in the news or anything like that, but I want to talk about this government shutdown thing. What more reason or what more example or what more sign do you need to show you that you can't be content? You can't be content with a job. You can't be content with life. You always have to be evolving. Remember, my motto, FCME, focus, create, master, evolve. Things are not how they used to be. It used to be to where you were safe in the government job. That used to be a safe job. And now you have people. I saw a documentary, a docu-series about this guy. He worked for the TSA. And he had been working there for 16 years. And you can look it up. I can't remember the network, but just look up TSA guy having to go down to the welfare office because he got affected by the government shutdown. And he said he's forced to go to work for no pay. Older gentleman. And he's been working for the TSA for 16 years. Now think about that. Think about that. Now you can say, well, the government failed them. And yeah, that's true. That's true. But is that anything new? Like, is that who's surprised? And that's who you're waiting on to help you. That's who you're depending on to have your back. There are signs given to us to hit the point home that anything that happens to you, you have some involvement with. You have some involvement in. If you work at a job for 16 years and you get complacent, thinking you're safe, after so many examples of being failed by some kind of system, whether it's a private system, whether it's a private system or a government system. So here it is right there. Let's see. So, I mean, it's sad. Yeah, it's very sad. It's a sad situation, man. But who is this affecting? You think rich people are affected by this? Middle class, working class people hustling on a job. I mean, there's two kinds of hustling. You can be hustling on the job. Actually, when I say hustling, I'm talking about hustling like in the manner of, yeah, you got your day job, but you're doing something on the side because you don't trust that day job. That's hustling. So I don't consider hustling working at just being complacent at a job. Now, I'm not knocking jobs. I'm not knocking jobs. I'm knocking thinking a job has your back, thinking a company has your back, and you not taking precautions to have your own back. Even if you work at a job, you gotta figure out how to save, how to live way below your means and save. There was a book called I can't remember the name of it, but it was by David Bach. And he was telling the story of what sparked him to write the book. It was called he's the guy that wrote about the latte factor, whatever that book is called, the something millionaire. I can't remember the name of it. But what sparked him to write that book was he was a accountant, or I think he was an accountant, David Bach. And this teacher was getting ready to retire, a teacher, right? He brought all his financials in and everything, and found out this guy was a millionaire. He and his wife were millionaires, and they had never worked anything. They've been teachers all their lives. I can't remember what his wife was, but I'm pretty sure he was a teacher. He didn't have any kind of fancy job. But what he did was he lived below his means and he saved. So he's retired as a millionaire. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to have some big highfalutin job to be able to be set in life. You just have to live way below your paycheck, which is not hard. It's not hard to live below your paycheck. With each little raise you get, each little increase, when the cost of living goes up and you get a little raise, your little increase, don't even touch that. That's money you didn't have in the first place, so put it somewhere. What can you do about it? The government shut down because of an egomaniac who wants to build a wall, and he's pouting like a little bitch ass baby. What do? You can't do anything. You can do this. You can protest, I guess, right? You can do that shit. You can protest. It's crazy, man. This in this country, and the reason why it's shut down. So, if there's not motivation for all these people out there that's protesting and stuff like that, if that's not motivation for them to figure something else out, some other form, some other way to make money, some other way to make a living. In addition, if they love their job, like the TSA guy, he's been there 16 years. If he get it, if they go back to work, whatever, he want to do that, he can still do that. That's a nice cushion, but it should be an eye opener. He should be awakened to the fact that, man, I gotta do something that I control. I gotta have some sort of control over my finances. I gotta have some kind of control and not be beholden to any kind of job, any company, anything, or at least any one company or any one job. If you're gonna be beholden, spread it out. So when one go wacky on you, you have backups. You have other ones. And this guy, he's going to work, no pay. In what world does that make sense? In what? This is 2019, and you have this kind of shit happening. Does it even make sense, man? This guy, I don't know how old he is, but he seems older. Look at this. Let me turn this. He's taking the bus to work, but no pay. I wonder why the camera people, the people doing the documentary, get a dude to ride to work. Get that guy a ride to work, man. Well, come on, man. I know they got to make it dramatic, but get a dude to ride to work. You got him hauling this bag when you got the camera on. I can't even imagine, man. And that's why I try to hustle so hard, man. I know a lot of times you don't see immediate results, especially like when I'm doing the audiobook. I don't see immediate results, but I know that has to be the better option. Doing stuff like that, selling my t-shirts, selling stuff on eBay, that has to be the better option than after 16 years. I mean, think about that. After 16 years, he probably thought, man, I'm good, I'm set. This shutdown may set him back. Now, let's put it in perspective. Okay, what if some of these people, I imagine some of these people did save. They saved money or whatever. And I'm not even sure how the shutdown work. If after they get their jobs back, do they get back pay? Is it retroactive from when the shutdown happened? Do they get paid? I don't know. But I have been reading stuff to where people go to try to apply for unemployment and they get told, no, you have a job. I've heard stuff about that. So let's say some of these people they do have money saved. But now they got to tap into that because they need an income. So now they're tapping into that nest egg that they had saved. It's similar to when Enron stole all those people's money. I mean, it's different, but it's the same. And then they had to go back to work. You know, they had to get back into the workforce. These people who thought they were set. So it's like I don't know the answers, man. I just know what I'm not going to do is be content. That's what I'm not going to do. And I know I see every day, I see signs of, okay, dude, you are on the right track. You need to do more. You're on the right track. Do more and keep your grind on. And don't ever get complacent and get content on no job. Am I saying you don't have to work? No. Matter of fact, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week, I'm going to be in Denver for a 3-day training for a contract gig that I'm going to be starting. So I'm not saying don't work. I'm just saying you got to make options for yourself. You got to have options. You got to have levels. And that's just going to be one level added. And I'm already looking, because I already know when that contract ends, I'm looking for, there's another one I have lined up after that. So you have to be able to assess yourself and see what value you have. If you don't think working for, like being an entrepreneur and working on your own, selling stuff, doing it, the eBay arbitrage, FBA, whatever. If you don't think that's your thing, find what can you do? What value do you have that somebody would pay you for? There's all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of books talking about this same thing. I'm not the best to talk about it, but what are you interested in that you think you can learn? There's all sorts of online training. I talk about LinkedIn Learning /lynda.com all the time. And that's not the only site like that. There's Udemy, there's edX, there's Khan Academy. There's so many of them. There's Full Sail, there's the master classes. Just a wealth of information available online that you can learn and build your skill set, build your skill level. Get certifications, whatever. You can be if you like computers, you like tinkering, fixing on computers, like I'm doing now. I'm fixing this thing. If you like fixing on computers, get some Microsoft certifications or get some CompTIA certifications. Get something like that to at least, and you don't even have to get certifications. Just get your knowledge up to where you can talk the talk and get your foot in the door. If it's editing audio, editing video, whatever it is, if it's copywriting, if it's technical writing, whatever it is, there's some form of learning at a low cost that you can do. Go to your workforce, your local workforce, and see if they have any grants or any OJT type things that they'll help you get some training. I can't see stuff like this stopping, like government shutdowns and layoffs and stuff like that. I can't see stuff like that, like this is a one. I remember the last time when the shutdown happened, it was like, oh, it's never happened. Now, in my lifetime, it's happened twice with 2 different presidents. So it's going to get to where that's the trend now. You know how like something never happens and then all of a sudden it gets more and more frequent. And then 10 years from now, we forgot that it was a new thing. Now it's like every other week the government shuts down. Government shut down Thursday. That's every third Thursday the government shuts down. It's regular. It's part of our society now. It's part of our daily routine. And you just have to know you're not going to get paid for that however long. For that last week, the last week of every month, all government employees won't get paid. So you work 4 weeks, but you only get paid 3. And that's the standard. That's normal. You think it can't happen? It can happen. Remember how cheap gas used to be. Think about that. And now when it drops below, $3.50, we're like, oh, gas didn't drop. But think what it used to be. think what cell phones used to cost. Now, if they're under $1,000, it's like, oh, they're not the expense. It's under $1,000. Think what they used to cost. Think when you used to be able to upgrade for free. You keep your phone 2 years, get another 2-year contract. You either upgrade your phone for free or you get like a huge credit on a new phone. Now you pay to upgrade. You know, now if you want to, if you have your own phone and take to a carrier, now you have to pay them to bring your own phone. You got to pay them a fee, even if you're doing it online. This just happened to me. Even if you're doing it online yourself, you're not even walking into the store, nothing. You putting in your own ESN, activating your phone yourself online, you still get charged $30. That's normal now. You didn't used to have to pay that. So, you know, I will hope that being your own boss becomes the norm. That's what I would hope. Like the economy is a gig economy. It's not uncanny for someone to work for 5 different companies and be making 6 figures, but you work for 5 different companies, you know, doing different gigs, or you have like 5 online businesses yourself and you making 6-7 figures easily, no big deal. You solo, you don't even have a big company. It's just you, maybe a family member or something like that. You got your own CPA, you got a little, you know, that maybe there's a company that's actually there are companies like this, that it's just like a company, and they set you up with a person that answers your phone. They set you up with a mailing address. They set you up with a virtual office and a brick and mortar that you can hold business in, and it's like a well-oiled machine that's there for solo people, you know. So you can have this engine behind you, but still be by yourself, but you still have these people to take care of this a little bit of the logistical stuff. But you don't really hear people talking about that. I know VAs are becoming a thing. Like, I've been hearing about more and more people starting to use virtual assistants and starting to use people from the Philippines to outsourcing things like that. So I don't know, but this is supposed to be motivational, and I'm just saying, man, these are signs. These are signs that you should be motivated to. You can't do worse. You can't do worse than being shut down from a job and still being expected to go to work. As far as work goes, as far as making a living, can you do worse than that? Starting a new venture, well, you didn't have anything in it. What can you have less than not starting? What? Nothing is. You can't do worse than not starting. But when you work in a job and you getting shut down through no fault of your own, for what reason? No good. No, not a valid reason. I don't know, man. I usually don't go this direction, but it's just so annoying. That's it, man. Hopefully that will motivate people, young people. Hopefully that will motivate you to know that nothing is set, man. You can't think you're gonna get this cushy track and just follow it and just skate through this government job. That used to be the way. Not the way anymore. So anyway, man, that's it. Like, share, subscribe. Go to goodfunshirts.com, buy a shirt. I'm going to be doing some shirts based around the podcast and the channel. I got some ideas. I just need to get them done. So go there. If you don't want to buy anything, just stay tuned to the site. Just bookmark it. Tell us at straighttalkuncut.com where you can send questions, comments. Leave comments below, man. Thumbs up. And yeah, like I always say, I don't know a lot, but what I do know, I talk straight about. This has been Straight Talk Uncut. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Talk to you in the next episode.